people born wicked? Or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? You're green.
I am.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same.
Don't be afraid.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pattern Time. If you are new here, welcome to our channel. We hope you like this review. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. Obviously, you might have seen on our channel, we actually recently hit 300 subscribers. So literally, thank you guys so much for supporting us and for coming along this journey. We're still quite new, but thank you for, coming along with us, being patient with us as we continue to put out content that you like. And yes, continue commenting, continue letting us know what you want to see from us. We'll be happy to take a look. As you can see by the title, we are going to be reviewing Wicked. Obviously, this is big things. It only came out 2 days ago. And obviously, it is a big thing. It's a big thing in the West End. If any Londoners out there, it's a big thing in the West End. And also America for Broadway. So we know how big this thing is. And obviously, if you didn't know, it's the untold story of Oz. That's the slogan for Wicked. So it's not Wizard of Oz, but it's kind of like a spin-off of that, but it's the backstory of just the witch herself. So just in case anyone was a bit confused, the Wicked Witch of the West. So that's what this is about. So yes, if this is your type of content, please like, comment and subscribe. Let us know what you guys thought of the film as well. We know two big names, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Okay, they're the two leads of the film. Yeah. And we will be talking about everything Wicked and what we thought as well. So stay tuned and stay to the end so you can hear everything that we've got to say. If you haven't seen it, as obviously it did come out only 2 days ago, it is a spoiler review. So if you don't like spoilers, you might want to just pause it, put it to save to watch later, go and watch the film, and then you can come back and see what we have to say about it. So yeah, again, spoiler alert, because we're going to be talking about everything Wicked. What did we think about the story? Little nugget, I don't obviously so I went to see it in West End years ago now, but before that I didn't know anything about Wizard of Oz, all of that. I only knew obviously from like Once Upon a Time and all of that, but I don't really know the story based on that. But because obviously it's not really following the Wizard of Oz story, it's taken from the theatre Wicked, which is about the witch. So
obviously in that sense, you don't need to know it. But obviously I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting everything that I know about Wizard of Oz to be in it. Yeah. But then obviously Leah said, no, Dorothy's not in it. I'm like, how come Dorothy not be in it?
Yeah,
this is before all of that. Yeah. But as Leah said, I'm sure even Thea, we weren't raised with Wizard of Oz. So everything we know about the Wizard of Oz story came from Once Upon a Time. Yeah. For those of you who know, I think ABC made it. But obviously, if you're a Disney fan, if you're a Disney fan, I'm sure maybe you've watched Once Upon a Time.
Of course.
No, but I knew Wizard of Oz before Once Upon a Time.
Thea did. I didn't know.
Yeah. Wizard of Oz is a film. It's a film, and then obviously there was The Wiz with Michael Jackson. And, so I knew of the Wizard of Oz from way before Once Upon a Time. Okay. So, but the story, in this Wicked, it's good that there was some innuendos and little nuggets referring to Wizard of Oz.
At the very beginning.
At the very beginning. Yeah. So at the very beginning, obviously we saw Dorothy the Lion, the Tin Man on the Yellow Brick Road. Yeah. And then even when they were in the went to go and see the wizard now, and they're trying to figure out the colours of the road, and they ended up on the Yellow Brick Road. So there's
little innuendos like Yellow Brick Roads. Yellow Brick Road.
Everybody knows that's from Dorothy.
We all know that. And then at the very beginning, not like obviously, but at the very beginning when Ariana was doing the voiceover as Glinda, because she played Glinda, so she's doing the voiceover. She obviously mentioned that the Wicked Witch of the West was defeated with like a bucket of water.
Yes,
And then that's when I turned to Leah Dorothy, and I was like, yeah, that Dorothy did that.
So they kind of used it as a foreshadow that this happens in the future, and then they go back.
So maybe down the line, maybe they will figure it out, or they'll have talks later on. Like after they do part 2, maybe then a couple of years down the line, now they'll do a Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe,
right, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And then that will come off. That will spin off from these two.
Yeah, maybe.
Because yeah.
So maybe Dorothy won't even be in part 2 either.
No, I don't think so.
No,
because
she won't be in part 2.
If I remember from the West End, I don't think she made an appearance.
Okay, fine.
So I don't think she will. Because that is way down the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
because
way down the line.
Before her.
Yeah, this is before.
Yeah. And to be honest, the fact that they started the movie like that, I'm thinking that's probably what they're planning as well.
They're planning
after part 2 to then bring in Wizard of Oz.
Because they haven't really done a Wizard of Oz.
No,
not since Michael Jackson's one. I don't think.
Yeah,
not since The Wiz. So
but
it would it'd be a good time to bring it in. Anyway.
And then they could do this because what we saw at the beginning of this part 1, that could literally be the closing scene in part 2. Literally could do that
exactly.
Oh yeah, so. Like as for the storyline, the storyline was good. Again, it's not really Wizard of Oz. It's before that. So it's a new story.
Yeah.
But in the new story, they did deliver on their story. I don't have anything bad to say about
it was
the
nice. It was nice to see certain comparisons from the West End. There were certain lines that they would say, and I'd be like, I remember that. That was they said that in the play. So it was nice. Obviously, I was already excited just to see how, because theatre is one thing, but then when they bring a theatre thing to life to a film, it's just it's really nice to see it cross over. Yeah. So I think that's the only thing. It was nice hearing certain lines that I remember from the West End show.
Yeah.
But so the story was fine.
Good.
The story was fine. Nothing wrong with the story.
Like obviously, just to kind of not recap, but just to give like a not a synopsis, but
a little
basis
summary.
of the storyline. Is basically obviously we see how she became wicked, why she became wicked, how she became wicked.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
She was always hated. She
bullied,
was always bullied, discriminated against.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, it was coming.
Yeah, it was.
And at the beginning, obviously, Glinda, who is Ariana Grande. Don't know if you guys took it from the way I did, but she was horrible.
Yeah, she was.
Self-absorbed.
Yeah.
She to be honest, she was a bully without being a bully.
She was,
because she's not your regular bully. Yeah. But you could tell that. Yeah. So
she like prettying it up.
And obviously it's really good that they showed her in that light, and then they showed the Wicked Witch, because the Wicked Witch was kind of the good one, and then Glinda was the bad one.
Yeah,
the way they showed it was really, really good, and
I
was obviously quite surprised because Glinda is the good witch. So to see her like that, I was like, wow. So it's kind of where they obviously started. Glinda, something bad happens, but then anyway, Glinda changes. They become good friends.
Yeah.
So it's really their journey together. I feel like.
Yeah, that's what the story is. It's about their relationship. That's what the story's about.
Yeah,
that's it. Really.
Yeah.
And then obviously something deep happens. And
the party situation. Elphaba.
Elphaba.
The party situation. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So. Obviously, Elphaba does a favour for Glinda, and Glinda then wakes up to herself and realises, this is wrong, and then they become close.
So it's their journey together and how Elphaba became the Wicked Witch in the West, basically.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. The storyline, I don't have anything bad to say about the storyline, but that's just a little brief kind of.
And I feel like they're gonna explore. They may explore. I don't know Anthony's character in this.
Fiyero.
Fiyero.
They're going to explore him and maybe the witch in part 2.
Maybe,
because I feel like that bit, it was like teased, but then it was like...
but nothing happened.
Nothing happened. And then I didn't understand as well why he was the only one that wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
But when they spoke about it, he made it seem like she chose not to make him sleep.
Yeah. She didn't have an answer for him.
Yeah.
So it's like, so
because obviously it was about her. She's doing things, but she doesn't realise why she's doing it.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a reason why she didn't put it on him.
But then also, like Fia said, it was kind of teased, but then nothing happened with it.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, now it wouldn't make sense for Prince Fiyero and Elphaba to be a thing in part 2 because she's now wicked.
She's now wicked. So
but he obviously, obviously with him, obviously because he's had those moments with her, he knows she's not like that.
So maybe it will add a spin to it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We're just throwing out names and all of that stuff. So basically, those are the characters. The three main characters, obviously, Elphaba, Glinda, and Fiyero. I think they all did well in their own ways. I think they all played well. Obviously, props to Jonathan Bailey because he's only come from Bridgerton, so well done to him. He did well.
Anthony Bridgerton,
any Bridgerton people out there, he's coming from Bridgerton. Okay, so when we first saw him in the trailer, we're like, Anthony, what are you doing here?
He did very well.
He did very well.
He could
sing
very
well. He could sing and dance.
He could move.
Yeah, man, he did good.
He did
props
very
to him.
well.
Literally props to him. And obviously Ariana and Cynthia, obviously we know Cynthia does have a background with all of this stuff, so we didn't know much.
Just putting it out there because I don't know if obviously anyone that's watching this knows her. Thea knew her. Me, I never heard of her before in my life, so I didn't know what to expect from this.
Not to say that she wasn't somebody, because obviously she was, and she's obviously done a lot of theatre, a lot of Broadway, so she is coming from a background of this stuff. But it's just obviously the two of us hadn't heard of her.
No, I had no doubts about when they put that name in this film that she was going to deliver in terms of the singing. I don't know her from her acting ability, but from her singing background, I knew she was going to smash every song. They gave her
and she did.
And she did.
She smashed. She's a powerhouse. She's a powerhouse. And no, she did very well.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she did
so
very well.
In terms of obviously they're playing their characters, what's her name? Cynthia
Erivo.
Yeah, so she played obviously the Wicked Witch of the West. She played it very well, and no issues. Ariana Grande was the surprising one now.
Yeah, because she's not an actor. She's not. Yeah, she's come from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, she started in acting. But she's not an actor. She's a singer. She's not even a dancer, and even her dancing was okay. I had no issues. But she surprised me because from when we found out it was Ariana Grande, I was like, she's not going to do well. She can't act. We're not necessarily Ariana Grande fans. Obviously, we know songs, but we're not exactly fans of hers.
No.
So we didn't know what to expect there. But I can honestly say she did very well.
She did well.
She did very well.
And the singing was never an issue. It was more the acting.
Of course.
We knew she was going to smash the singing.
Absolutely. She's a singer.
No, she did very well.
So, obviously they were really the faces of it. So they all did well in their own rights and in their own ways.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
and the Grandmaster.
Grandmaster
Wizard of Oz. He did good.
He did well.
He did good, I guess.
Well, but he was when I was imagining the wizard, it would be him that I would have pictured anyway. And I think he was in the original.
Okay.
So
all right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But I thought it was quite nice because, like I said, everything I know about Wizard of Oz came from Once Upon a Time. So I liked seeing the innuendos. Like I liked seeing the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
I liked seeing the flying monkeys.
The flying monkeys.
Even the fact that the Wizard of Oz had no real power of his own, that was in Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
So it was really
and the robotic face, the big face, when she first went to go see the Wiz. That's from the original. That's from the original.
I really liked it.
So no, it was very good.
And also, just to throw it out there, because we haven't even touched on it, but I have to touch on it. It was so lovely seeing Indina Menzel in it, and I'm probably gonna get a name, but I think it's Kristen Chenoweth or something like that. Will confirm or let us know in the comments, but I think that's something. But it was so lovely seeing them in the film, obviously the original Green Witch and the original Glinda from Broadway theatre. So it was so nice seeing them because they were at the premiere, but I didn't think, they're in the film. I just thought they're doing it because they're the original too. But when they came out, when they went to Oz, I was like, no way. That was so lovely.
Obviously, we didn't know that they were in the original, but when Leah told us, I just thought it was really nice that Indina went to the Wicked Witch, Cynthia, and then what's
Kristen
the other name? Went to Ariana.
It was so nice.
That part,
and then Indina put her hand.
That was so nice. From that part, that was so nice.
Like passing it over to them. Yeah, so lovely.
Really,
so just to put that out there, we had to mention that for sure.
Yeah,
we kind of touched on obviously the capabilities. Like we knew that the singing was going to deliver. So. Honestly, there's not really much to say about that. The singing obviously delivered.
The songs
obviously were from the West End anyway, so it's the same songs. And they smashed it.
They smashed all the songs. I don't think I had a problem with any one of the songs.
No, not any of them. And obviously the main song is Defying Gravity.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, did Cynthia do so good.
Oh, she smashed it.
She did very well.
Oh
and I had,
my gosh.
I had goosebumps. She moved me to tears.
Yeah,
it was very good.
Yeah,
very, very
and
good.
even moments when my eyes were tearing up, because when I saw it in the West End, I cried. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
But the way she's done it as well in the film, my eyes were tearing.
Very good. What I really liked about this film as well was that even though I was watching a film, it felt like I was watching theatre.
Absolutely.
And I never saw the West End play.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how good that West End play was.
Exactly.
Yes. Because theatre there's a spirit to theatre because of obviously I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the dynamics and it's so
just probably the intimacy
of it.
Yeah.
But it was like I was watching theatre.
Absolutely.
And it was very good. And so they've kept, because obviously it started as a theatre.
Yeah.
So they've kept the ethos and the spirit of it as a theatre show.
Absolutely.
Even on the big screen.
Absolutely.
And that alone is amazing because it's unheard of. I've never watched a musical on screen and felt like I was in the theatre.
Yeah.
But this movie
Yeah, and there's been a lot of theatre shows. Like I've seen Lion King at theatre, but it's not like watching it on the big screen.
Yeah.
So this is I agree with you.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen a musical on the big screen and felt like I was in theatre.
Yeah.
Like
and that's the thing, and ties into a couple of the things, just seeing the production side of it and the behind the scenes things and things like that they really did make this an important factor of what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
They've obviously, films take years to make and filming and all of that stuff. They really spent a long time on this film and to get that effect. They really did.
And making sure the ethos, the theatre.
Exactly, they really did.
That the origin of it being theatre stayed.
And none of it felt rushed.
No.
The songs never felt squeezed in.
No.
It just all gelled together so well.
Because obviously they spent a long time on the way it looked, and even just checking it out, if you guys didn't know where they were, like Oz, their home and whatever, that was all real. That was a set that they literally built themselves. That was not CGI. That is how important they wanted to make this world and make it all seem real and intimate and everything. And it's really good because in theatre, that's what they do. They ain't no CGI in theatre. That's
they
built.
It's true.
And they wanted to take that and put it on the screen.
No, it's very good.
And that is the way it turned out. So it looked amazing, and it would look amazing because they actually built it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
Yeah,
and no, it's very good. It was a very good film. Yeah. And the rating has come out as 8.2.
Yeah, and it's only 2 days old.
Yeah.
So it's quite. It's.
So I think that's really good. I think if it was me, I would have rated it but at 8.5. But 8.5. But it was good.
Yeah.
So obviously Fia's given us a little early nugget there. So we'll go straight into that rating. Obviously it's on 8.2 right now. I would definitely give it about an 8. I definitely would, but I don't know.
I personally think 8.2 is too low. Yeah. I don't think it should have started on an 8.2.
Yeah,
I think it should have started maybe. Well, I don't know because I'm rating it higher. I'm rating it much higher than 8.
Much higher.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. So I can start with my rating then. I think I would rate it as.
I would do it 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Oof, boy, that's high. Wait till you see the West End, yeah?
I think for it to be at 8.2, it should be fine. I think if it stays there now, that's a good rating to finish at.
And if it
8.2,
yeah.
And obviously,
if it finishes, I think that's a decent rating.
If it finishes there, it's okay.
Obviously, normally it goes down. So we were saying, like in the car coming back, saying we'll go to like 7.9. It could have been.
It could have been higher 2 days ago.
It could have been.
So
because even if it rests at 8, that's really good.
Yeah,
but we were thinking it'll rest at like 7.9 or something. It should rest at 8.
It should. It shouldn't go any lower than 8.
But yeah,
I
give it 8. 8.
8.5.
8.5. Yeah.
9.
I give it a 9. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we all really liked it.
Yeah. Really
obviously,
good.
wait till you see the West End because I'm sure you're gonna give that 10.
Maybe. it's definitely a must watch. Definitely a must watch.
Yeah, I would say that.
Definitely
I would say give it a shot.
And even if you've not seen the West End and you don't know the story, don't let that put
you off. Honestly don't.
Still go watch it.
Honestly don't, because it's like the Wizard of Oz story that everybody knows now. That's the future of what this is. So it's technically not linked, so you can go and watch it. You don't really need to know. The one thing I would say is that I like the way they're doing the whole part 1 and part 2 thing, because obviously, with theatre there's a part 1, then there's an interval, and then there's the next half. So that's what they're doing with this.
I didn't think that because when I saw the adverts for Wicked, or when I saw the billboard, I don't remember seeing Wicked part 1 underneath. I just remember seeing Wicked. So now when it's come and she's ended with the big bang of the
which
song,
is how it happens in the West End.
Then it said Wicked part 1, and I was like, that is very good. So it's like they kept the spirit of theatre.
Yeah, they did.
That's just
and it's
what
really
they wanted
good.
throughout.
It's really good.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
And it's because from the West End anyway, there's a lot in the story, and so they would have had to do that. There was no way they would have incorporated the first half and the second half in one movie. So like Fee was saying, I'm glad they done it this way, because part 2 is more packed with story than part 1 in the theatre. So they would have only had to do it this way, and I'm glad they kept that.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kept that.
Yeah.
So
definitely a must watch. Definitely
watch it. Give it a try.
Was definitely not disappointed.
Yeah.
No. And I like I said, I did not have high hopes, but it smashed everything.
Every expectation.
Yeah, really
it was
good.
Just so good, and it all just looked amazing, and they all did their parts well. So literally, props to everybody. All the work they put into it, they succeeded.
Oh, it delivered.
They succeeded, and I hope they make all the money back, because they did well, man. Yeah.
So now just looking forward to part 2.
Yeah, which is next year. I think it's around the same time, November. So gotta wait a year for the next part.
And I'll be going to see the West End until then.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna all go, definitely. I'd love to see that again. So that was our review for Wicked Part 1. If you guys have seen the film, let us know in the comments what you thought of the film as well. If you are coming from the West End, any comparisons that you have, and even if you're not and you just enjoyed the film anyway, let us know in the comments. We'd love to discuss this with you, and maybe if your excitement is there for Part 2 coming out next year. And just your thoughts on the film in general, how it's done. It was quite a long film, but just in terms of the structure and everything they did to make this come to life, let us know what you guys thought of the film anyway. Please like, comment and subscribe if you did like this review, and definitely check out other content on our channel. We've got quite a few things on there, so hopefully you'll find something that you like. Definitely as a little throw the nugget in there, stay tuned for our Moana 2 review, because that is next week, and we will definitely be getting that out for you, so definitely stay tuned for that. And obviously coming up to December, it's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. We've got the Cravens, we've got the Mufasas, we've got the the Sonics. Okay, so stay tuned, we've got big things coming up soon. But thank you for tuning in to this review, and again, thank you for all your support, and we look forward to seeing you in any future review or any future trailer reactions. Pat and Time out.